It's Apple WWDC 2025.
Good morning.
And what did I think of the opening keynote? Well, first off, if this was real, the health and safety for this would be through the roof, not just on it. Nice hair, Craig, and I think I'm having a crazy hair day. Hulu took back its place in 2024 after a massive decline in 2023. WWDC 2025 was heavily focused on design this year.
Our last major redesign was iOS 7.
Well, it has been a while then. It was leaked that Apple was going to have a big design change, but I knew that it wouldn't be exactly as the leak said. They said that the app icons were going to look more rounded, either fully circles or looking like Samsung apps. But I knew they wouldn't do this. Apple's rectangular app icons are iconic. This was a lovely transition. Looking at it now, after the event is over, I see now how it was all videos of glass because they were introducing liquid glass design. A sneak peek of macOS Tahoe in the background. The liquid glass does look nice. It looks so nice they're using it as virtual screens, not real ones. I guess this saves on money from renting out the big screens. Plus they must take up a hell of a lot of space, even though you can dismantle them. Right, here's a quick thing I've just noticed. Apple has always been very good with their continuity. Whenever there's a time shown, it's always 9:41 because that's their signature time. And whenever there's a date shown, they always have the date as the same day as the event is released. But why is it here they have the date as Tuesday, April 1st? Now to me, this looks like it's an April Fool's. Like they're basically saying the whole of the liquid glass design is an April Fool's joke. I know that sounds a bit rude, but at the same time, why is it April 1st and not Monday the 9th of June? Apple, I love you, and I want to work for you as well, but what have you done to the Finder icon? Liquid glass looks amazing, but why did you have to switch the colours around? It's always been blue, then white for a while, and now it's white, then blue? I don't think I'm ever going to get used to this. The update to liquid glass I understand, but the colours were fine where they were. Update. Turns out Apple have updated the Finder icon again. In Beta 2, the colours are back to the way they have always been. Back to the usual colour style. But after a few weeks of looking at the Beta 1 Finder icon, I think I prefer it now. What the hell happened to QuickTime Player? The light version is way too bright. It needs to be the dark version as the main version. The icon has always been dark, except the 2020 Big Sur beta, but that was bright and they changed that. No. Yes.
Our releases for the fall that will power us through the coming year, 2026, will be version 26.
Yeah, this was leaked a lot.
We have another great experience to help you on your least favorite kind of call, one where you're put on hold. We know how frustrating it is to be stuck on hold for what feels like forever. Well, get that time back with Hold Assist. The phone app can keep your spot in line while you wait for a live agent. The music stops, but the call stays connected, so you can keep using your iPhone or even put it away and go about your daily routines. Once a live agent becomes available, we'll ring you to return to the call and let the agent know that you'll be there shortly.
And then the agent can be on hold, waiting for the person. Then the agent can know how annoying being on hold is. Well, thank God for this feature, because this person was on hold for nearly an hour. I wish I could afford the insurance for that car. Never mind have the money to try and pay for that car. I am never going to be able to afford a car like that.
We're also introducing AutoMix, which uses intelligence to seamlessly mix from one song to the next, like a DJ, time stretching and beat matching at the perfect moment.
Sorry DJs, you're out of here.
With Apple Intelligence, Workout Buddy can motivate you in a new and unique way based on your fitness history.
Sorry personal trainers, you're out of here as well.
Let's see it in action.
Great job starting your run. You're crushing it. Keep up the great work. Fantastic run. Have a wonderful day.
And that's Workout Buddy.
Craig really loves racing today. He's trying to race himself on the roof, and now he's racing a bike, and he's losing. There must be a reason for that license plate being like that. I mean, there was a reason for the other license plate on the very, very expensive car. So, what's the reason for this one? Could anyone let me know? I need that car air freshener. Apple, please, please make this a merchandise product. Also, that is now the old Mac Finder icon. I think it's going to take me a while to get used to the new one.
Let me introduce you to macOS Tahoe.
Now that name seems familiar.
You can change the color of your folders and add a symbol or emoji to give them a unique identity. It's fantastic for projects.
Finally!
Along with your personalized wallpaper and theme colors.
And pink. A lot of pink. Is it me, or does it feel like adding liquid glass feels like Apple is adding more and more detail to their icons, like they're going back in design? It looks like they're going back to more skeuomorphism. People say that the liquid glass design is the same as the transparent windows in Windows Vista and Windows 7, which it does look like it, but this means that the old design of operating systems looks better than what they do now, and the only way to go forward is to go back to what was better. And that's what Apple has done, because liquid glass was technically introduced by Steve Jobs in 2000 with macOS Aqua.
The one more thing is, we have been secretly, for the last 18 months, designing a completely new user interface. And we call that new user interface Aqua, because it's liquid. One of the design goals was when you saw it, you wanted to lick it. So this, you get a little feeling for what Aqua may be like.
Old design is usually better, and this is a big example of it.
I have an image I copied to my clipboard. Let me paste that in. Great.
I wasn't expecting that as the image.
Next, quick resize. Looks good.
Well, it sure is something.
Here's Mike.
That transition was so smooth.
We're making big changes to personas. With visionOS 26, personas will undergo a dramatic transformation and more realistically represent you.
That is so much better.
A new windowing system on iPad.
Apple, that is an amazing song you chose to show.
When I use it to hover over these new buttons in the top left, they expand into familiar controls.
Yeah, you're gonna need a pointer for those macOS window control buttons. They are too small for anyone's fingers. Yeah, the pointer now is actually a pointer rather than a circle, which is a lot better. Apple made an ad where everything the voiceover said, the video showed the opposite, because the opposite meant that the iPad was better. They said this.
Your computer comes with a standard arrow cursor.
And now that they have changed it, maybe the voiceover had a point. Pun not intended.
Wow. More windows, a pointer, and a menu bar? Who would have thought? We've truly pulled off a mind-blowing release.
Is that sarcasm, Craig? Sorry, it just sounds a bit sarcastic.
And to help you with that, we're bringing a beloved app from macOS to iPadOS. Preview. With the updated Files app, folders in the dock, and Preview, it's never been easier to work with files in iPadOS.
Well, with this and all the other features, this is the closest we're going to get to macOS on iPad. But to be honest, there are a few things we're missing, but this is what separates iPad from Mac. You've got a lot of Mac features, but it's still on iPad. A big focus on content creators in this section of the keynote.
Content creators, creators, content, creative pros.
I love it.
You'll hear all about these new tools and technologies in the Platform State of the Union.
What's the fastest you can say Platform State of the Union?
Welcome to the 2025 Platform State of the Union.
In the WWDC keynote, Apple makes sure that no one is seen on screen unless it is the presenter, except in the intro video. But for the Platform State of the Union, you can see many people in the background throughout, at least for whenever this guy's on screen. They didn't use liquid glass text for the presenters' names and job titles in the Platform State of the Union, unlike in the WWDC keynote, which is weird because WWDC this year is basically all about liquid glass. So why feature it in one but not the other, when the other is meant to tell you how to incorporate it into your own apps? This was the best way to end the keynote.
So I'll give you 6 out of 5 stars.
That song is now stuck in my head, and I'm not mad about it. Thank you for the music, Alan Stone. You know, it's amazing how these recorded events have changed in 5 years. If you look back at the first recorded event, which was WWDC 2020, it's amazing what Apple did to make it really entertaining.
Oh, hey, we made it.
But compare that to now, it's incredible how much it has advanced. And one more thing, this year Apple had someone who tried to protest.
Software engineers are here today. You can see them in the audience in the dark blue shirts. And all of us are so excited to share this moment with you. So if you see something you like here today, give it a big shout because it will absolutely mean the world.
You get invited to an exclusive event, one that I want to visit as well, and you take that opportunity and you do this with it. If anyone can tell me who this is, by the way, please let me know. Well, that's all from me. Since WWDC lasts for a week, maybe I can actually get this video out during the week, when it's relevant.
Nope.
But who knows, I just wanted to give my thoughts on the opening keynote. But until next time, have a great WWDC, and goodbye!